Hello and welcome back to another unboxing video of my Dodge Viper GTS Coupe, and this is a 1 by 24 scale model from Burago. I just got the parcel from the delivery guy and I'm very satisfied with the quality of the packing and the sophistication and care that the courier people have taken to ensure that there is no damage in the box. And as you can see, the product is imported by NS Trades Private Limited and the price is 1899, but I got it for 1499 only. It's a huge discount here. And without wasting much time, let's open the box. All right. All right, here you go, the Dodge Viper GT S Coupe from Burago in 1 by 24 scale. This is one of the finest scale models that Burago has built. It's a highly detailed scale model, though made in China, but it's still a very nice model. I think the design of this car is more or less inspired by the Shelby Daytona Coupe, and the shape, the rear shape, and the wings are somewhat similar to the Daytona Coupe, but I feel like the front side of the car is more or less like the Jaguar E-Type. But what I found is this car is basically a modern interpretation of the Daytona or the Shelby Daytona Coupe of the 1960s. So what Dodge thought is, why not make a car that should be a modern interpretation but with a bigger engine. Though the Daytona Coupe have six-cylinder engine, the Jaguar E-Type also has a either six-cylinder or eight-cylinder, but Dodge decided to put a huge V10, that is from the Dodge trucks engine, into it. The chrome wheels looks very nice and it's a steerable wheel. So if you steer the wheel, you can see that the steering is also moving. So it's a very highly detailed model. And the best part that I like is the spare wheels. The spare wheels from the rear window looks very nice and very realistic look for the car. The rear part has quite similar to the Dodge Viper RT sports car that I just unboxed few minutes ago, and it's very nice, very detailed car. Let's open the boot and see how it looks. All right. Wow. I mean, the engine bay is quite similar to the Dodge Viper GT. I mean, the RT sports car. I'm sorry, but the base, the engine, everything is quite similar to the RT. You can see every single detail of this car is very nicely built. There's a chrome, there's a red accent on the engine, there's a exhaust. Every single thing is very detailed. Wipers in this car looks very nice. So there is a story behind the development of this car. When Chrysler decided to build the modern interpretation of the Daytona, they wanted the car to be named somewhat like a snake. So instead of calling it like Shelby Cobra, they decided to call it a Viper. So that represents the snake and also represents how fast the car is. It's a very nicely detailed car. Let me remove it from the base. I'm gonna cut this sticker off. That's it. There you go. The doors opens up to reveal the interior. The interior is quite similar to the RT because this is the coupe variant of the RT. So RT was the open top sports car, and this one is the closed variant of the RT10. So it looks nice. The pedals are very detailed. The interior is very detailed. The speedometers, the gear lever, the parking brakes, everything looks nice. Now let's remove it from the base. I would always recommend you people to use a star screwdriver instead of the scissor, since I'm not able to find my star screwdriver, I'm using this temporarily right now, so please don't mind. It at times becomes very difficult to turn these screws using the star screwdrivers, because you have to make sure that the the scissors or any of the object that you use to remove them should fit the screwdrivers properly, fit the screws properly. I mean, if it doesn't fit it, you might end up breaking it and anything might go wrong, so you will end up losing your car ultimately. So it doesn't fit. I tried two different scissors, it doesn't fit at all. Oh. Okay, no, it doesn't comes out. It's very tough to remove it, but more or less the base of the car is somewhat similar to the RT model that I have unboxed earlier, and the interior is very detailed. The doors opens, the seats are very nice. It looks like leather seats, but it's a very highly detailed model. It's very big in size, and if you are willing to add this car in your collection, it's going to be a great timeless collection for your, you know, for your diecast collections, and it's going to give a good return in future as well, because there are a lot of cars that have stopped production, or they have maybe, you know, the companies have stopped selling them. So this car can be a great piece of history on your desktop or on your showcase, and it's going to satisfy you a lot. I personally see that, you know, these collections have a value for money. You buy them today and it appreciates, and at times, you know, you feel great looking at them. That gives you a mental satisfaction and makes you feel great, although you can't afford the original car. But yes, if this car is on your desk, it motivates you a lot and encourages you to work hard. So that's what I feel. What do you feel about these highly detailed collection? Please do add your comments in this video and let me know what you think about it. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more notifications for more new videos on unboxing of new diecast cars. And please do share your comments, because our diecast community is a very small community, especially in India. So I want to connect with all you diecast lovers, and I would like to know and understand what do you feel and think about collecting diecast cars, and for how long we can continue collecting them. Please do comment and let me know, and let's connect with each other and increase this community and share our thoughts about diecast cars. Also, I would like to know which company you feel in India can manufacture diecast cars with precision and accuracy just like this one. Do comment to both of my questions and let me know what do you feel. Thanks for watching this video and have a wonderful day ahead.